As expected, the 2024 NBA season has been exciting, historic, and filled with very high highs and tremendously bad lows. It's just been insane. I think I can speak for all of us when I say no one expected the Minnesota Timberwolves to be the best team in the loaded Western Conference. Before the season, if you were asked to predict the best three teams in the West, the Nuggets, Kings, and maybe even the Lakers would have been the first teams to come in mind. However, it would be the Timberwolves who have splashed onto the scene. The unexpected moments don't stop there either. The Orlando Magic are one of the best teams in the entire NBA. When was the last time anyone could say that? The Detroit Pistons would also add to the already wild and chaotic season by going on a 28-game losing streak. Come on, how does that even happen? No matter what you think about the talent level on the Pistons roster, they're still professionals for crying out loud. There's a good side though. You see, with how talented the league is today, only one player or one trade can totally change the trajectory of a team's future. So today, we'll be discussing trades that could do just that. The Boston Celtics are one of the better teams we have in the league. After adding Kristaps Porzingis and Jrue Holiday, they have one of the most versatile starting fives we have seen in a very long time. It's almost rare that you have this much firepower on both sides of the ball. This starting lineup is just different, but there lies the problem. Having an elite starting five can only take you so far come playoff time. That's why it's been reported that the Celtics will be active at the trade deadline in order to increase their depth. Three key players the Celtics are targeting are Andre Drummond, Isaiah Stewart, and Alex Caruso. Grabbing at least one of these players could drastically improve the roster and their chances of bringing home an NBA title. I will also say this, if they're able to somehow trade for Alex Caruso, that would make the Celtics the best defensive team of all time, on paper of course. Could you seriously imagine trying to score against Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Alex Caruso, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown? Sheesh, that literally isn't fair. And I didn't even mention their two elite defensive centers in Kristaps and Al Horford. Isaiah Stewart could be a nice pickup as well. While he's mostly only known for his emotional outburst on the court, the 22-year-old is actually a good quality player who averages over 10 points and 7 rebounds per game. What's really intriguing about him is his outside shooting. He's been shooting the three ball at nearly a 40% clip on over 3.5 attempts per game. It's obvious that the Celtics offense is at its peak when they're able to play the center at the three-point line, giving their two stars, JT and JB, more room to operate. Andre Drummond could be solid, but his best attribute is rebounding. And I doubt that's what the Celtics really need, given they're statistically the best rebounding team in the NBA. It still would be a nice addition nonetheless. The Los Angeles Lakers take the term top-heavy a little too seriously. Outside of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and maybe Austin Reeves, they don't have much of any depth at all. And yeah, they have solid role players, but they just aren't consistent enough to make them a legit threat to contending teams. On the Lakers' best night, they can beat any team in the NBA. But like what we just talked about with Boston, having no depth can only take you so far. Currently, at the rate they're going right now, it's hard to see them making it out of the play-in tournament. Being the 9th seed with James and AD as your best players is far from ideal. It's apparent that a trade has to be made. Three key trade targets for them are Zach LaVine, DeJounte Murray, and Alex Caruso. It's reported that the Lakers are looking for players with speed and athleticism, and it's safe to say that these three players fit the criteria. Zach LaVine seems like the best option out of the three. However, his numbers aren't as promising as they once were. He once was averaging 25 and 27 points per game. Now, in 2024, he's putting up just 21 points while shooting an awful 33% from three, while also being one of the worst defensive players in the NBA. My point is, he may not be worth what the Lakers would be asked to give up. The Bulls would likely want Rui Hachimura, Max Christie, and you would almost have to throw D'Angelo Russell in the mix to make the money match. I just think there's better trades the Lakers can make, such as picking up DeJounte Murray, who would only probably require Austin Reeves and Max Christie, so that would be a massive upgrade. He's scoring, shooting, and defending better than Austin Reeves, all while being just 2 years older. This would be a better trade. Bringing in Alex Caruso would be just as beneficial. Let me know what you would do. The Oklahoma City Thunder's emergence came as a shock to everyone. I mean, they finished 10th in the conference last season. Now you can make a strong case for them being the very best team in the West. Phoenix has a big three of KD, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker, which sounds terrifying if you're the opposing team. But what if I told you that the Thunder's big three was better collectively? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams have been incredible on both ends of the floor, proving to be one of the best young cores in the league. While they're extremely talented, they aren't there yet in terms of being a championship contender. That all changes if they're able to trade for Utah's star center, Lauri Markkanen. The Jazz reported that they would want at least 5 picks for him. And given that the Thunder literally have the most draft picks in NBA history, that won't be an issue at all. That's why I personally think this trade will 100% happen, and it's only a matter of time. All OKC would have to do is send Josh Giddey and one of their rookies like Ousmane Dieng or Poku, along with the 5 picks to secure the deal. There's no better way to say it. The Golden State Warriors have not been a good basketball team this season. Coming into this season, it was easy to assume that they would be much improved from last year, when in reality, they've gotten worse. The Warriors currently are barely cracking the top in points per game, and are in the middle of the pack when it comes to 3-point shooting. It doesn't even feel right spitting those words out. Outside of the Draymond Green UFC shenanigans, the one player to blame for the Warriors' downfall is Andrew Wiggins. I don't think I've ever seen a player regress so fast. He was putting up nearly 20 per game on elite shooting numbers in all of his previous seasons with Golden State. Now he's averaging a whopping 12 points per game, while shooting a horrific 30%. Not to mention, he's averaging a career low in both rebounds and assists. His defense was his strong suit as soon as he put on a Warriors jersey. Though it's still been good, it's far from what we saw from when he was guarding Jason Tatum in the 2022 NBA Finals. All of this and more is why the Warriors are reportedly open to the idea of trading him. He's such an important piece to this team, but we are now more than 30 games in and nothing has changed from his game whatsoever. One player they should be eyeing is Pascal Siakam, because they need a star. Making micro trades won't change much of anything. In order to get Siakam, I would expect the Raptors to want Andrew Wiggins, Moses Moody, and Gary Payton II. And I know trading Wiggins doesn't sound the best, but we have to face the truth. Siakam is a much, and I mean much better player than Wiggins is right now. Plus, Siakam's game is perfect for playing alongside a star like Steph. All in all, the trade deadline is on February 8th, and with so many teams on the verge of becoming title contenders, best believe there will be plenty of jaw-dropping moves coming in left and right. This trade deadline could be the start of something special for certain teams. Could the Thunder be the next dynasty after trading for Lauri Markkanen? Or will the Celtics finally find the last piece to their championship puzzle? Only time will tell.